This coaching lesson is inspired by Argentina, who were able to win the 2022 World Cup whilst accumulating a 90% pass success rate. And one of the reasons for their success was down to the player's ability to decide whether to pass to the receiver's back foot or to pass to their safe side. So in this lesson, I will introduce to you these two concepts so you can pass accurately like the Argentinians. Before you make a pass, you firstly have to recognize whether a player is marked. For example, in this instance, the receiving player is marked, and when this is the case, you should play to the receiver's safe side. And this is when you pass the ball to the foot that is further away from the marker, so is more likely to retain possession. For example, here, the player throws the ball to the receiver's right foot because his right foot is further away from the marker. For example, in this situation, Mbappe should play to receiver's left foot because the receiver is closely marked. However, he decides not to, and this leads to an interception. In a similar situation, you can see how the receiver is also closely marked here again, and so the player making the pass should play to their safe side, his right foot. And because the Argentina player does this, the receiver is able to retain possession safely. Now, if the player you're passing to is in space and has space to turn and play forward, you should make the pass to their back foot. And this is where you pass the ball to the foot that is further away from you, which is often the foot that is closer towards the opposition goal. For example, in this situation, you can see how the receiver has lots of space to turn and play forward. So the correct decision is to pass the receiver's left foot, the foot that is further away from you, i.e. their back foot. And because of this back foot pass, the receiving player is able to turn and now play forward. So it's now your turn to try and put this learning into practice. So imagine you are the player on the ball. You have to decide whether to pass to the receiver's right foot or to the receiver's left foot. In this instance, because the player has space to turn and play forward, you should play to their back foot. What about in this one? Do you play to the right foot or the left foot? Here again, because the receiver has the space to turn and play out the other side, you should pass to the right foot, which is in this case, it's their back foot. And here you can see how the receiving player is then able to turn and switch play to the other side. And what about from this throw-in? Where do you pass the ball? Now, in this situation, because the receiver is tightly marked, you should play to the safe side, and this was their right foot.